You gonna help me do this sanding?
No.
Why not? So I got a lot of finishing up to do. I gotta get some putty on this too. So I gotta clean this all up and putty it. So I got a lot to do today. I probably won't even get it primed today. I probably got so much little piddly stuff to do that I might not. But I'm gonna try. Okay guys, so I'm sanding. Woo! I got this half of the roof sanded off. I got the sail panel sanded off. And I got most of this hood sanded off. But you can see right here, and I don't have the same problem on the roof. I don't know why, but I didn't do it as bad on the roof. You can see that's smoother and shinier with less gouges. But this here, man, I put some gouges in, so I can just barely feel these. And I don't know if the primer surface is going to take that all out. That's a lot. I think I did that when I was using the rotary grinder and taking that paint off. Looks like I'll be laying the primer surface around this pretty heavy, just so I can sand it off and get it smooth again. Man, we sure don't want that popping up through. Okay, I got a couple more places I gotta put some putty. This is kind of wavy through here, so I'm gonna lay some putty in that. I gotta put a little putty through here. You can see where it's all bumpy. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do all this before I prime it. I got me a can of Feather Light. No, it's Feather Right. Quality lightweight auto body filler. So I'm gonna use this. It's a USG brand. And I just shook it up, and let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, look at that. We got like a half a can of putty. There is a full quart of putty that just isn't in this bucket. But I guess you get what you pay for. Okay, let's see what Feather Right looks like anyway. Feel a little bit gypped because, man, it's way low in the can. You can see that. Maybe it's like potato chips. It settles by weight. Whatever. Scoop me out some. It's really creamy. So I don't think I'm going to need to put any fiberglass resin in it. I think what we're going to do is just mix up some of this stuff and see if I can smooth things out with it. Yeah. Well, that's quite a heap of putty there. Oh, I got to clean off my squeegee. Well, that took forever. It's always funny about guessing how much hardener to put in these. I definitely want enough, but you don't want too much. Wow, that is creamy stuff. Man, that might be better than the other stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Well, I've got plenty of hardener in that. So I'm gonna have to work quick. So this stuff doesn't just set right up on me. Oh, I think I got it. Let's see how I do. Wow, this stuff's really wet. Really liquidy. I think that's all I'm gonna put there. I need a little here. Not much. Not much at all. That's good. Oh, this is really thin stuff, but mostly on this spot, I'm just trying to fill pinholes. So this should work out pretty good. Then we'll give it a little sand off. Well, it looks like I used it up. Hopefully that works out good. All right, on to a smaller batch. I don't need that much this time. I'm gonna use a smaller spreader too, because I just have a couple little dings and dents I wanna get rid of. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll have to sand it off, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I got a little putty smeared on, just a couple little dabs, couple little spots. But that means more sanding again, which is okay. I'll DA it off pretty quick, I think. That spot over there I probably should put a little more here, but I'm getting to the point where I think I gotta prime this thing, you know, so I can really see what it needs. Any place I see bare metal, I'm gonna shoot it up with epoxy primer, which is a lot of the car actually. And then it's gonna get primer surfaced with a primer surfacer primer. Well, that didn't work out so good. Looks like I still got a low spot here. Man, oh man, that's crazy. I thought I had that filled out pretty good. Now the rest of it, as I run my hand across it, feels pretty smooth, doesn't feel wavy, what I can tell. But you know, it's almost like the difference in color between sanded putty and not sanded putty is like a guide code almost, so it's kind of directing me. Looks like I got to put a little more putty there. Might as well sand this out too while I'm at it. I'll sand that out and then see how much more putty I got to mix up. Okay, when I spread this putty on here, it was this lovely sky blue. And then when I sanded it, it turns this lovely cloud white. So that's highlighting my low spots. So it looks like I got a bunch of them. So I got one here. That's a little low. That's a little low through here and a little low there. And fill in these spots. I got to get that. And I should get this. So, looks like another batch of putty. I'll mix that up. See, I'm hitting steel here already, so I can't sand past that. So I'll have to do that. I think this is going to be okay once I put a lot of primer surface around it. So, it looks like I'm falling back into this whole putting putty on, sanding it off routine. I don't know. I kind of, well, anyway, here's what I got. But I guess it is what it is. I mean, I'm just going to have to do it that way. This back here, I guess if I'd have just gobbed on a ton of putty in the first place, it would have been able to sand it all off like, you know, all in one step. But it's taken me multiple steps. But I'm hoping this is my last one. So I'm going to mix up some putty. I'm going to pull a nice even smear right across this whole thing and hopefully sand it out and be done with it. I do have a low spot over here too. This spot, you can see where it's low. The sandpaper never hit it. And this spot right here. So I'll hit that spot. And I don't know. I guess that's the way I'm going to be rolling right now, just to get this filled out. Then I'm going to sand it all out. And I want to get this thing primed today if I can, but I don't know if I will or not. We're going to give it a good try. We're going to really see if we can get that done. But I got all day, so whatever. And if I don't get it done today, there's always tomorrow. That's a bad attitude, isn't it? So I got another coat of putty on here, and as I'm feeling across it, I can feel it. This is still a low spot right there. And I think this is still low here. And over on this side, this spot here, I can feel that. It's low. So I'm gonna put another dab of putty there before I even start sanding. Put another dab of putty there. I'm gonna do the other side too. And then we'll go check the hood out. Just put a first coat on the hood. We'll see what that feels like. And see if I put another smear on that too. Trying to multitask as much as I can. Bunch of things to do to this car. Get the putty on there in place while that's dry. I'm trying to do other things. So one of the things I was doing was this up here. I'd already spread some putty up here. Some just very light dabs of putty that I just sanded off with the DA. Just want to do a little bit of the heavy lifting before I get the primer on there. But I can't even feel that now, which is great. So I think the primer will cover that. There's one over here I didn't get so great. And that's gonna be one, well actually I can feel it. So when I prime over that, maybe it'll block out. And if it don't, I guess I'll have to use some spot putty in places. But I'm just trying to get as much done as I can ahead of priming so that when I do prime, I don't have to go over the whole thing with spot putty all over the place. So this is getting just about ready to sand. So I'll be getting the sander out, the straight board again, and seeing if I can sand it off and have it all come out smooth. Okay, you can already see it. You can start to see where the sand's taking it off. It's turning it whiter. And where it's not, like right down here, it's kind of a low spot. So it's basically a race between, do I hit steel before I get that all cleaned up? Let's see. I'm kind of going at an angle. I'm going sideways, back and forth. If I go straight across, it's gonna dig in because this is concave. So I don't want to scoop into that with just the sharp edges of the sander. So I'm kind of trying to get the edge to go across that way to kind of stay with that concave shape of the original car. Got a pretty heavy ridge right here. That's gonna take a little sanding. So, but that's telling me that I got a long way to go. It should take out these low spots. so got a lot here, a lot on this edge. This is disappearing, which means it's leveling out. And that feels smooth across there, except for the spot I can still see. And then this feels like a dip here. Gotta just keep going. Really still big ridge there. Okay, so you're gonna help me do this sanding?
No.
Why not? Ugh, it's hard to get good help these days. There you go, get cracking. Grandpa's tired out. My gosh, he's a prodigy. Let me see that thing. Like this.
But that's how you get it out.
That's how I do it. We gotta keep sanding and sanding. Okay, now you're gonna do it? Yeah, you kind of got the hang of it. What about two hands? Put one hand here, one hand there. Are you done?
Almost.
Holy smokes, he's got it all done almost.
Now I'm done.
Now you're done? Okay. Well, guys, case is done and I'm done too. So, actually, I'm home already. So, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one.